Good morning, students. Let's begin our social science class in continuation of NCRT Economics, chapter sectors of the Indian economy. Today's content: Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005, division of sectors on the basis of employment condition. It is also termed as the basis of working condition. Please remember, it is termed as organized and unorganized. Then how to protect workers in the unorganized sector. These all topic going to cover by me in this video. Let's start. In 2005, government assure right to work in some particular district to the rural areas. So before going through with this topic, I would like to recapitulate your memory with the previous video that we last with topic how to create more employment, and we have discussed certain points like providing cheap credit, development of infrastructure, development of transportation facilities, promotion of local industries, setup of educational and health institution, and promotion of tourism. These are some ways through which we can generate more employment opportunities. But if we think and we realize afterward that these all would take a long time to implement. For the short term, we need some quick measures. Recognizing this, the central government in India made a law implementing the right to work in certain district of India. It is called Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005. Main objective of this program that those who are able to and are in need of work in rural areas are guaranteed 100 days of employment in year by the government. 100 days in a year they are getting work by the government. This is the main objective in rural areas. Then, if the government fails in its duty to provide employment, it will give unemployment allowances to the people. Either the government give 100 days work, or they are going to pay for 100 days work equal money to the people if they are not able to provide them work for 100 days. Then the types of work that would in future help to increase the production from land will be given preference under the act. One third seats are reserved for women candidate. Now we are going to see the another topic, division of sector on the basis of working or employment condition. It is organized and unorganized. Let's see organized sector. This sector covers those enterprises or places of work where the terms of employment are regular and therefore people have assured work, like jobs, government bank, police, educational institution, and you can talk about the MNCs, etc. They are registered by the government and have to follow its rules and regulations, which are given in various laws such as the Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Guarantee Act, Shops and Establishment Act, etc. It is called organized because it has some formal process and procedures. Some of these people may not be employed by anyone but may work of their own, but they too have to register themselves with the government and follow the rules and regulations. Workers in the organized sector enjoy security of employment, expected to work only a fixed number of hours. If they work more, they have to paid overtime by employer. They get paid leave, payment during holidays, provident fund, gratuity. They also get medical benefits, pension as well. All these benefits they are getting by their employer the time of their work. Now we are going to discuss about the features of unorganized sector. It is characterized by small and scattered units which are largely outside the control of the government. There are rules and regulations, but these are not followed. Jobs here are low paid and often not regular. There is no provision for overtime, paid leaves, holidays, leave due to sickness, etc. Employment is not secure. People can be asked to leave without any reason. When there is less work, such as during some seasons, some people may be asked to leave. A lot also depends on the whims of the employer. This sector includes a large number of people who are employed on their own doing small jobs such as selling on the street or doing repair work. Similarly, farmers work on their own and are hired laborers as and when they require. Let us look the condition of worker in unorganized sector through the pictures. You can better understand. Workers are paid either very low or no wages for their work. The work done is generally seasonal and not regular. This results in no job security. Families overlook child labor to earn more for the family. Laborers generally perform manual and physical tasks. And mistreatment of the workers by employers is a common because there is no proper labor law. All these points you are going to write in your copy under this manner. And the question is comparison between organized and unorganized sector. Okay, you can copy down through the book also in this pattern. Now the question, who are vulnerable people in the unorganized sector, those who need protection? First we are going to see the category and then we see the measure to protect them. In the rural areas, the unorganized sector mostly comprises of landless agricultural labor, small and marginal farmers, sharecroppers and artisans. Nearly 80% of rural household in India in a small and marginal farmers category. These farmers need to be supported through how these farmers get benefit: adequate facility for timely delivery of seeds, agricultural inputs, credit storage facilities, and marketing outlets. Then in urban area, unorganized sector comprises mainly of workers in a small scale industry, casual workers in construction, trade and transport, etc. And those who worked as street vendors, head load workers, then government garment makers, rag pickers. We also find that majority of workers from scheduled caste, tribes and backward communities find themselves in the unorganized sector. Beside getting the irregular and low paid work, these workers also face social discrimination. Protection and support to the unorganized sector workers is the thus need or necessary for the both economic and social development. Now the question, how to protect workers in the unorganized sector. Now, ways: first, a reasonable minimum wage rate can be set. Second, fixed working hours can be set in factories and land site. Low rate for loans and financing give the workers easy credit and financial help. Strict measures for any discrimination against workers based on caste, religion, etc. Safety laws can be implemented especially for working with machine. Laying down all certain rules and regulation can be help them get job security. More jobs can be created in the organized sector. Education and skill training can be provided to improve level of human resources. Question related to all these topic: explain the objective of implementing uh, Manrega and its features. 5 mark. How are the activities in the economy classified on the basis of employment conditions. Compare the employment conditions prevailing in the organized and unorganized sectors. 5 point in each. And who are vulnerable people in the rural and urban areas in our organized sector? 3 mark. How to protect workers in the unorganized sector? 3 marks. That's all for today. Have a good day.